super chat and super stickers are now active.
Let's go.
Hello, and well, we're on the wrong side. Let's swap.
I know. I was just thinking that. I hate being on that
doesn't
side.
work. It doesn't work. It just
No.
too much OCD. So, welcome to today's edition of Alienate UK. We don't have a guest, unfortunately. He had a incident today, so he's unable to join us. But rather than cancel the show, thought we'd do a BS Q&A bit of everything.
You got us today.
First things first, I just want to say for people that listen on the podcast, thank you so much. The downloads have gone up by over 1,000%. So where we was getting one or two a week, it's now gone up to 40, 50 a day.
Wow. That's awesome.
I've not been looking at the statistics. I've left it for like a month, 2 months, and I had a look yesterday, and it's like 44 listens yesterday, 47 listens today. And then if we go back, it's started up in the 20s, 30, and it's just going higher and higher. And the more countries, like 15, 16 countries that are listening. So massive thank you to everyone who's following and joining us on the podcast. Really do appreciate it. So thank you, everyone. And thank you, everyone who helped support the channel in whatever way that you do it. Really do appreciate it. And I've literally just come off a phone call. So, though some might know, some might not know, there's a UK rapper from South London that I know that I've become friends with when I went to the showcase place in London. He wasn't there, but he's like friends of friends. And he's actually doing a lot of TV at the minute. There's a few TV shows that are coming out. He's done a lot of music videos. He's very big on Instagram and Facebook. I just dropped him a message on Facebook saying like, congrats with the TV shows, blah, blah, blah. And then he rang me. And then we're like, I said, he's in South London and we're going to be meeting up very soon to go out. He knows a couple of locations that we can get into that are old buildings that we can get access to. And we're going to be going out and doing some filming. It's going to be edited, but it's going to be a proper production. We're going to edit it between us and put it together. And this is another reason why I was dropping the Fridays, just so we can do more fun stuff like that. It's going to be awesome. And for those who don't know as well, don't know if anyone listened to the update. For some reason, it's not playing. It's not showing the play count or anything like that. I am now co-hosting with Kate Hairgirl Ray on Hair in the Hawthorne. Most of them are going to be pre-recorded, starting off at one a month. Going to be getting guests on. We're going to be talking about all different genres in the world of the paranormal. And we're just going to chat, and whatever Kate decides we're doing that week, that's what we're going to be doing. So thank you, everyone who watched that and joined in. So I really appreciate it.
Andy's going to get to know what it's like to just show up and look pretty.
Just not press buttons. I don't have to do it. I just turn my mouse off. I just open it up, click on the link, turn the keyboard off, turn my mouse off, and just sit here and talk. Yeah. And it's it's less stressful doing that as well, because it's like now I'm looking at the time, I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking at all the stuff round that I've got open that we need to be running to keep it going. And yeah, surprised my head's not fell off. But anyway, it is nice just to sit back and have that chance to talk and concentrate on what you're talking about. Because even like when we have a guest on, I'm doing all this and listening to the guest and looking at the questions, listening to what people in chat are saying, listening to what you're asking, and remembering everything all at the same time. Do you know how difficult that is?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Yeah. So, but it's good. I enjoy it. So, yeah.
Labor of love.
Yeah. And the thing is, because I love doing this anyway, it's it's true that is true. Sober. There we go. Say nurses have it. Try podcasting and producing, editing and running. Yeah. But like once you get into it, it's good. It's good. So, right. So quickly, supposed to be going to Rendlesham this weekend. There we go.
See, I pay attention to the chat too sometimes.
I know sometimes. So I was just saying to Nicole, and I sent you a message this afternoon, weather depending, because it's been your typical British weather this week. Sunny, raining, windy, raining, sunny. And that's just one day. So if it's raining on Friday, I'm not going to be going on Saturday. Only because it's like 2 hours, 20-minute drive for me. And then I'm going to be walking around, traipsing through mud, getting cold, arthritis, getting old, and all that. And then a 2.5 hour drive back. So, if the weather holds up like it has done today, I think I'm going to be going. If not, then I'm not. But I am on Alex's show on Sunday night, The Lounge, which will be on Facebook and YouTube. So I'm guesting on that. Yeah, that's it. I've got a nice long weekend, but I've got a lot of editing. If it was around the corner, Mike, I would. But if it's on like half an hour, if it's half an hour, then I'd do it. Just fingers crossed on the weather, then I'll go. But yeah,
He's getting too old for that.
I am. I really want to go, so the weather needs to be on my side about this.
Do like an anti-rain dance.
Have you seen my dancing? You think my singing's bad? I ain't got nothing on that.
Oh boy.
Right. So as well, I was at BFOG on Thursday. Dave Hodrian, Birmingham UFO Group. There's a guy talking there, Aid Morris. Really interesting guy. Managed to get to chat to him for about 5 minutes during the break before he got hounded by everyone else. He's coming on the show beginning of June. It's the only date that we can get him in that's before August. But because I've met him and I'd chat and I've listened to him, so you will be impressed with what he's got to talk about. All I'm going to say, it's very relatable to other people that have been on the show and people in the chat with their comments and everything else. So yeah, you'll enjoy it. He's a really good guy.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So I think
Friday is our last Friday.
But it gets better. So we've got Heidi Pop coming on. So we are going to have a paranormal party. Heidi did a show just over an hour ago. And I was in the chat on that. Bigfoot Dwarf is in there. Jane and Gerald were in, a few others. So and she was saying about it's our last official Friday podcast. So we're going to go out with a bang and just make it more fun.
Boy.
We may be having a special guest joining us. I'm not going to declare who that person is. You could probably guess, but I'm not going to say yay or nay either way. as to who or what.
We definitely might possibly have a special guest.
Yeah, unless this person just completely vanishes off the face of the earth, then I think we'll be fine.
We will lure him in or her in
With
with
a
Dr.
certain,
Pepper.
yeah, and possibly a birthday cake.
Yes. Birthday hat and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, so
We'll make a summoning circle.
yeah, so that is our last official Friday, which is on the 18th, 2 days. We do have a couple more, but one on the 9th, and then again, oh no, that's the only one we've got booked.
Mhm.
I'm going to do a couple when I'm at the Cryptid Conference on the 30th of May. But yeah, that's it. Sorry,
And
didn't
we're
mean to cut
definitely
you
going to
off.
have to do one in July from Gettysburg.
Yes, definitely. We
Mhm.
do a few, I
Yeah,
think.
definitely.
So keeping
Some
me
from
on the
like
flights.
Benson.
The flights are coming down. So as soon as you get to that point,
Mhm.
because what I was telling you before we come on air, that the news that I told you with it makes it easier now to do that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it's all good.
that's good. Oh, so we are not going to be staying on the battlefield because Elon shut all unnecessary spending down or something, and that had an impact on whether or not we could stay on the battlefield because nobody can rent those houses anymore. But we're staying somewhere else pretty soon.
Wait, but the hotel that the murderous hotel that I'm staying at. It's a typical motel that you see in the American movies where people get put in a boot and driven off and shallow grave. That's what it looks like. That's in the middle of the battlefield.
Yes, but there was like a historic home in the middle of the battlefield. Like that whole place was battlefield at one point.
Right, yeah. So Elon Musk ain't going to be standing there doing like head of security, stopping people going on, is he?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They shut it down because they were like, oh, due to federal whatever, we're not renting these houses anymore. But
I'll just
investigate.
walk in and I'll do my best. I'll do my best authentic British accent and win them over. Well, I could do a Texas accent and like get arrested.
Show up in costume, like Confederate or Union costume, and everybody will just think you're a ghost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because surely they must have had because it was the colonials, wasn't it? So they must have had, some of them must have had a strong British accent at the time.
I think they still were kind of transatlantic or whatever. Yeah. For Civil
but
War.
who would know anyway? So
exactly.
We'll just have to delete this bit out of the show so no one can check back. But yeah, it's all good.
People think we're ghosts.
Well, that's it. Who's gonna know? Nobody.
Yep. Yeah, fingers crossed it does not rain before Gettysburg.
No.
Because then you'll have to hang out in your psycho motel.
It'll be fine.
It's all a nice area. So
yeah, because one of the hotels that I was looking at was in between the mountains, like northeast of Gettysburg. I'm like, I have to travel either over or around a mountain to get to where I'm going. That would just end in news footage. No. Yeah.
I know. I like the one that
in person. Yeah.
It's like half a mile from the place where we're staying.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it's within like stumbling home distance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'll just get an e-scooter and
yeah, there you go.
Be done. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So good. So
and buggy.
you was out in an investigation over the weekend, weren't you? You met up with Frankie.
Yep. Yeah,
How
I
was
was
that?
Frankie. It was good. We got asked to participate in Nine Lives Paranormal. They do, it's called Freaky Fridays. One Friday every month, they host a group or a lecture or some kind of workshop at the Elks Club in
Yeah.
Boonton, New Jersey.
Yep.
And we got some activity. One of the guests brought a haunted painting or haunted photograph.
Oh,
Two,
not
actually.
the crying child.
No, not the crying child. This was like
No.
secret society kind of stuff.
Ah.
And we investigated that. We did a lecture. It was a pretty cool place. That's where they're hosting the Hollow Paracon in October, which we're going to be vending at. So
No, not heard of that one. Well, there's a
yeah,
load of them I've not heard of.
I think it's relatively new. They're also having a like a little film festival.
Yeah.
So like independent films, you can submit your documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
They
That
do a
was
showing.
like what I went to last year in London. London.
London.
Yes. London town. Yeah. So I'm just reading. Oh, there we go.
That's what I was trying to read.
Possibly go and see a band at the fair in Vegas. It's every weekend until June.
Wrong side of the country, though. It's going to be East Coast.
Yeah, but I could just go to a long weekend in Vegas. 5 years later, I come back. Well, I've got family in Nevada, New Mexico, Nevada, around that area. They're right near the Mexican border. So I think if I asked nicely, they'd allow me to sleep in the garden and something.
It's gonna be like The Hangover.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yep. After the weekend, you don't know what the hell happened. You have new random tattoos.
Yes. Speaking of tattoos, yes.
Segway.
So we now have literally you dry your skin. It's like the ones you get in the candy packs with the cigarettes, with Spider-Man and Batman.
It's a kid's temporary tattoo.
You stick it on, you wet it, you wait the cartel code. You wait until it's done, and then it just peels off. So, and
I'm gonna put it on my hand. I'm gonna match Andy.
There we go.
Is that when you iron on?
Yeah. So that's just put it on that way, and then it comes like that. It hasn't been washed yet, but it's only the second time I've wore it. I've not even worn it for like 5 hours yet, and so I'll let you know the quality once it has been washed.
They hold up pretty decently because I did an iron on a tank top with the full moon logo, and I've washed that thing tons of times, and it's
well, you know, I had the big sticker
on
the back of my phone. Well, the smaller one, if you have an iPhone and the MagSafe charger, it fits perfect in the circle.
I know, that's great.
Yeah, and it easily still sticks on the magnet, so yeah, so good.
That fish cheese spread wants to know, when are you going to be there?
Where am I going to be? Where?
In the US.
Gettysburg, July. So
end of July.
Well, 20. The hotel's booked from the 23rd to the 28th. I don't know, it's not. It's only booked to the 27th, to Sunday, because I have to fly back on the 28th, the Monday. So, yeah, 23rd. So, yeah, for one, I have to count now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
and it's going to be a big paranormal party because everybody who's been on the show has been invited to Gettysburg to hang out with us.
Yes.
You
And
live in the
have you
continent
seen?
of the US, come to Gettysburg.
Why not? Well,
Yeah.
America's a big place. I won't have
Mhm.
enough time in 5 days to go to every town, every city in every state. No, it's a big place.
Nope.
It's not like
Not even
England where you
close.
can walk around in 2 days. So I don't know if you've noticed as well. So where I had all the comment banners running at the bottom, and I had to keep pressing them and pressing them, I've just put them all together as one long banner.
Now everybody's staring at the banner and reading them.
Yeah. So now you got the alien heads is splitting each comment. It only took me 3 years to do this.
Nice.
Yeah. I know. Do you know, when I come over last time, I was over for 10 days. I slept for 2 of them because of jet lag, and it still wasn't enough. So,
well, hopefully that doesn't happen this time. You gotta search jet lag cures.
I'll sleep on the flight, and I'll be fine. And I'll sleep when I get to work when I come back.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Why
Unless
not?
investigators keep bothering me.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hide in a cupboard and just slam the door and draw and rattle some spoons about. Scare everyone out the house and then just go to sleep for a bit.
We've had that happen though, where we have all activity drop off at a certain point and they're like, go to bed. Go to sleep. Leave.
Yeah. Suppose it would happen, wouldn't it? But I'm so excited to be going out and doing all these different things I've got planned. So
I'm doing Full Moon is doing the Connecticut Paracon and True Crime Expo.
There you go. Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're on the poster. That's very exciting for us to be on the poster.
Oh, and I want to say
massive.
Excellent. Just quickly, sorry, I didn't mean to butt in, but I noticed Jen was in the chat, who we did the podcast for the other week. So she messaged us because it goes out on, is it internet radio?
It's real regular radio, I think.
Oh, so normal FM, DAB. We had 81,000 listens, over 81,000 listens. The exact number was 81,351 on UPRN. That was so far, and that was on Tuesday at 11:11.
Wow. Wow. I didn't even notice that.
Just noticed the time on it then. Where's it gone? Yeah, 11:11. JV. And then she sent and then tagged us all in it. That is so cool. Yeah, so fingers crossed, bit Rendlesham.
Nothing of substance. That was our paranormal party.
It was more, let's see how haunted we can get Tommy's house.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just that, wasn't it? Really? So as well, if you don't know, if you've not been watching for whatever reason, any Fridays that we do after this Friday will only be going out to members only. Doesn't matter what level tier you're on. All Fridays are going to be membership only, regardless of whether it's an update, whether we've got a guest coming on, we're out investigating. If it's a pre-recorded thing and we're doing it on a Friday, it's members only. Only just because you guys have given so much to help keep the channel running and support and help build it up to where and what it is now. Sorry, there's a fly and it's doing me head in. So it's just time so let's do it now while got everything rolling and going in the right direction. So yeah, but a certain platform that we're using at the moment is still doing me head in, but you can't have everything, can you?
I know. For like
So
how much easier it makes it than other platforms, I guess.
it's easier
You know.
through you. StreamYard is really good out of all the middleman streaming software things, other than OBS, but that is just a headache to try because you've got to make your own scenes and create everything and put it all together. Other than that, StreamYard's the best, definitely the best. I've tried the others, and it's just look at them, and it's like looks like a crayon drawing compared to StreamYard. So yeah, Twitch, couple of views, nothing amazing. I'm going to leave that for a bit and then see where it goes from there. But concentrate more on the podcast.
On
yeah,
we get some comments, we get some interactions on Facebook.
Yeah, there's a few people on Facebook. JV was on, Mark Anderson, John Alexander. So I'm just scrolling through the chat. Michelle Gray.
Yeah.
Mike Millward. I know we need to get Michelle back on, but I know she's been out and about, and we've not had the time to do it really. Just with us sorting everything out and working out what direction this channel is going to be going in. As well. Sorry, no, you first. You first.
No, because mine's a whole can of worms. So.
Oh, mine's going off topic, but me and Becky are doing that Him and Her podcast, and it's only going out on Podcast Player because even that's picked up. We've only done 3 podcasts, probably not even an hour and a half in total, and that's had over 500 downloads as well.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Something about podcasts at the minute is proper kicking up for everybody. It's like it feels like the population of the world has discovered podcasts and they're all listening to it. So yes. Hello, Simon.
Hi, Simon on Facebook.
Better
so
late
my
than
thing
never.
was kind of talking about whatever we were talking about. It reminded me that I need your guys' help because I am doing a breakout room at this year's Parasite Paris Summit, and I need to talk about hot topics in the paranormal.
Okay.
So I need to come up with a few hot topics to discuss that people actually want to talk about.
All right. Why do you never see dinosaur ghosts?
Okay.
But look into that because there's some really interesting theories about it.
All right.
Yep. We actually spoke about that when I did the show with Kate last week. So, and I didn't even think about that.
But now I want to, is there like an expiration date on ghosts?
That could be part of one of the theories. So,
like, does the energy dissipate after so long? Like,
well, it's more to do with their consciousness, them. I can't remember the term for it, but them knowing that they exist rather than just being there for the sake of being there. Like a worm is a worm; it just does what it does. It doesn't know its own existence. So if it's not got, I can't think of what it is, but if it's not got this thing that I have terrible memory of, then that's why you won't see it because it's not. What's the term?
Like sentient, kind of?
That's it. Sentient. So if they're not sentient, they're not going to know. So they just cease to exist. But if they are sentient and they know what's going on, so they've got that. Oh, what's happening now? They've got them questions. They've got them thoughts. So it makes more sense. But yeah, go down that route. Have a look at that. Very interesting. Yeah.
ghost dinosaur rabbit hole. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. What I was going to
But
say.
if anybody else has any ideas for hot topics, like kind of controversial or anything like that, let me know.
The mass reset. That's another good one. And the Cabbage Patch Kids. That's just so many different videos, and it's like
the dolls.
Yeah, but these are like humans, like real humans.
No.
Because it says if you could go back and speak to your grandparent. So if I knew what I knew now when I was like a little kid, and I could talk to my grandparents about all this stuff, they wouldn't have knowledge of something prior to a specific date. They would only know it from then. So it's to do with like this major reset of everything that's gone on. There's more to it than that, but I'm just like paraphrasing it and keeping it as simple as possible. And it's like there's another thing as well, and Tartaria, yeah.
Yes, I love Tartaria.
So I thought that was a place like New York, like LA, like London, but it's not. It was everywhere.
No, it doesn't exist.
So Tartarian was that style, that fashion, that system that was. It's like you've got the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Dark Age, Industrial Age. It was that. It wasn't an actual like town or city or state or anything. Tartaria was how people used to live, and that was before the main reset.
Well, Tartary was a blanket term used in Western European literature and cartography for a vast part of Asia bounded by the Caspian Sea, when this region was largely unknown to European geographers.
So isn't that around near like Italy, Turkey, around that way?
The northern borders of China, India, and Persia.
Oh, so a bit more east or west, depending on how you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's what I mean. So it wasn't just a geographical town or city. It was big, full-on goings on. So yeah,
it used to be Russia. I don't know, but wherever it was, apparently it never was. Because they've wiped out like most.
But ain't there still traces of it?
Well, that's like the Mandela effect. There's still like remnants of these things.
Right, I've got a Mandela effect.
Okay, I love Mandela effect.
Proper. It has really done my head in. So you know, I go on about the Woolpit children, the two kids about and the girl that were green, and they come out of this like pit out the ground, and they spoke a different language. It was in Suffolk, going out Felixstowe, going out towards Rendlesham. And I thought it was the 1920s, and there's like really green skin, but they managed to teach him to speak English, and they explained where they come from and what had gone on. And when they said like they ate a lot of like vegetables, and like leaf type food, and that's why they got the green complexion. So that's always just put. It was the 12th century, right?
Yeah.
But so I put a post on the YouTube channel, like in the community or post, whatever it's called now. They keep changing the name of it, and I copied and pasted and credited the people that had put it on Facebook. But I know I've heard renditions of what went on, and they said it was the 1920s. And that's why I was adamant. Like, it was only like 100 years ago. Surely there must be all this stuff about it. And then I read even further, and there's more people that have gone out and done investigations in that area. But I know people that live around there, and we speak to a lot of people doing the show, and I don't know of anyone who has been or done any investigating around there. I know it's like there's 800 years to cover, but I could have sworn I would have been 100% adamant it was the 1920s.
That's weird. I mean, maybe there's, I don't know, like maybe there's two versions of the story.
Mm.
I don't know. But also in like the 12th century, that's a long freaking time ago.
Because Woolpit now is not a big village. You've got the A14 that goes through most of it. Yeah, there's a couple of new builds and there's like a car garage and a little industrial area, but there's only like 7 or 8 companies in this bit. I don't even think I've seen a shop or a pub or anything around there. And there's still probably a few hundred houses, if that. And it's still only a small community. But in the 12th century, I know it'd have been different because it had been more village-like. There probably could have been more houses because it'd have been more. Yeah, thinking about it, it'd probably be more populated. Yeah, it's always just put. You said the same at Kennet. That's why I thought you was on about another case. But
I don't know. That might be worth like doing some research into.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing like.
I'd have put money on that. It was the 1920s. And I've looked in a few different places, and it all says the 12th century.
I don't know. You can search it on if you go to oldmapsonline.org. This is one of my like favorite history research resources. You can literally put in
yeah,
you can put in address, and then you can slide the little slider back and look at all these maps that overlay it, and you can see exactly like where this was and what was going on forever ago.
Yeah. But so it's one of it just threw me. Right, so in the 12th century, Suffolk was a major producer of wool. Woolpit was a very important place back then. Well, I guess because I know there was pits, and I'm guessing it had something to do with wool, hence the name Woolpit.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, kind of like work that one out myself.
It's a wool pit.
But because of where it is in England, so there's been a lot. It's like one of the shortest distances between the UK and Europe, like Northern Europe. So it'd have been easier to like cross from there anyway. I'm not doing the history on it all. But I know when they used to send the convicts to Australia, they used to be sent out from Norwich, Norfolk and Suffolk. When they sent the ships out, that's where they'd go from to get to Australia. And I know that from people that live in the eastern part of the UK. So, yeah. So everything I've learned is actually a lie.
I mean...
when I found that out, have you ever seen Waterboy?
Yes.
Adam, so and he goes back to school and he goes, it's the devil. He knows because his mama told him and all that. I actually felt like that when I found out it was like 800 years completely out. So yeah, but yeah, it's just one of them. The other explanation is that it's actually wolf pit and they're Chuck captured wolves. Oh,
dog man.
No.
What? Oh, the Puck Wedgie Master Splinter guy.
Yeah. Sheep Squatch. There you go. It could be that. That could be Suffolk.
A better name than Sheep Squatch.
I know. It would be good, but
I I don't know.
Yeah.
We need to come up with a better name for sheep squatch. That it doesn't sound threatening or scary. It sounds like, I don't know, a little ball of fluff.
Yeah, it's just sat there like just squatching, just like for me, squatching. It's just sat there like staring at people, judging them, writing stuff down. They look a bit funny. Their clothes don't fit. He's got a dodgy hat on. Do you know what I mean? His shoes don't go with his trousers. That
It's just a sheep doing that.
yeah, but that's what I get from that. I know it's not, but it's just yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
That's
sound
how
like
my mind works.
it doesn't sound like it should be
It's
cryptid.
not very threatening. But I did a delivery today, right? And the woman had this Alsatian, and it was going off on one. And she stood it there. She went, "He's fine. He'll be all right." And I'm looking at it, and you could see the what's the word? Not the anger. How much it wanted to kill me in its face and its eyes and its teeth, and it was a proper big German Shepherd. And she goes, "It's fine, he won't do that." I'm just like, "Fuck off! All right, he's your dog." I know as soon as I step near you, my arms are coming off. And I thought, if that is how dogmen are, and that's how they react, if they wanted to take you apart, they'd do it in the blink of an eye. There'd be no messing about. Yeah. Because I know if I got any nearer to that dog, it was gonna rip my arms and legs off. Like you don't want
to mess with that. We have to go with sheep squatch because the alternate name to sheep squatch, it is also known as white thing.
Oh.
The white thing.
Snow.
Mm-hmm. The sheep squatch, also known as the white thing, is a woolly-haired cryptid reported across numerous counties in West Virginia.
Oh. I thought there's all over the place, but excuse me. Anyway.
But they're not very creative naming their cryptids. Mothman, sheep squatch, like.
I know, but then we have names like butterfly, dragonfly, daddy longlegs, ladybug, ladybird. They're like really crap definitions for what they actually are. Blue bottle. Yeah. The only exotic one is like mosquito. Sorry?
Yeah. Have you ever seen like bird names and how ridiculous they are?
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's one, the greater something or other, and then you've just got a normal one. And it's like, really? It's like, that's pathetic. We have another one for your hot topics from Derek. And he's saying, how celebrities are starting to take over ufology. How do you... Oh, I don't know if it is that. It might be a question for us. How do you feel about celebrities taking over ufology? So I didn't read that proper. Anyway. I do apologise. Hey?
So, well, we're going to answer it anyway.
Yeah.
But it is a good topic.
Doesn't bother. I think it's a good thing because when you're in, I suppose, the limelight and you're being exposed to everything that's going on, you can't kind of like suppressed on what they can and can't talk about. Even just everyday things. I'm not even talking paranormal. It's like you can't talk about this, just go in, answer this, blah, blah, blah. Like these supposed whistleblowers. They're conditioned as to what they can and cannot talk about. So for them to now be coming out and talking about it, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I'm with like general paranormal things, but I do think it kind of hurts the field when everybody and their mother is doing like a ghost hunting show.
Yes, and
Kesha.
Yeah, Kesha, but it's like
it's great, but like,
yeah, but
why
then
are you investigating?
A lot of them are jumping on the bandwagon. They've seen it's taken off on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and they're like, oh, I want a piece of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that was like that YouTube video that we did with Hudson. He's not like a paranormal YouTuber. He just does these like challenges, and paranormal was one that, you know, is really popular. Like I stayed over in a haunted place.
Yeah. So it just gets his views up, doesn't it? But it's like this one that I'm going to be doing with this rapper. When we first interviewed him and was talking to him, he said he's always been into it. He's had some weird shit go on and blah, blah, blah. It's just having the time when he's not busy and I'm not busy, so we can actually meet up and go out and do an investigation. So it's more that than anything else. But it's the ones that are jumping on the bandwagon because they can see how much it's taken off. But then you've got the genuine ones that have always been into it. They've just preoccupied with the job that they do, whether it's acting, singing, dancing, whatever.
Or now that they have that big platform, they can take it and do what they want to do with it.
Yes.
It's like, I feel like the Osbournes have always been like kind of spooky and into like weird things, like Jack.
Well,
and
Jack has
fame, and do all these shows with it.
Yeah, because he's done like 5 different TV shows that I know of, just on paranormal.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. He's not just, is it a one-trick pony? Just do one show and hope that it works. And he's trying to convince his mum and dad, and they're like, "Yeah, whatever, Jack."
I love that show.
I know it's
would come back because
he shows so good.
If you haven't seen it, he shows Ozzy and Sharon these paranormal clips, and they try to explain it, and they rank it on like the Oogie Boogie factor or whatever they call it. And Ozzy's constantly like, for every UFO, it's ball lightning, it's ball lightning.
Yeah. Or if it's an orb, it's dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
And then
but
Sharon
he's
technology.
Yep. But they are getting a bit more. I think the videos are getting better that he's putting on. So then they're getting a bit more, well, yeah, it could be something. And I like that they're so skeptical about it, because when they are that little bit convinced, you can tell how real it is, how real they are, not just the clip, but everything about it.
Yeah. And they leave all that in when they don't believe it, because shows like Paranormal Caught on Camera, if the experts don't believe it or, you know, try to like pick it apart, they won't put that in because it's not as interesting as if they can't explain it.
Yeah. Do you know why that is? Because they weren't there.
They weren't there.
That's a real reason. Right, so we're only doing like an hour tonight, and we are at 48 minutes. So if anyone's got any questions, more than happy to answer them. Friday.
Exciting news.
Go on.
I posted a video on TikTok a couple weeks ago. We went to check out this potential event location, and it was an old monastery, and it was an old farm. It was a housing for like the mentally disabled, and they agreed to let us in to do like a full investigation. So that's very exciting. It's never been investigated before.
So were you staying over?
Yeah. No, we're just doing like a late night event.
Got ya. Cool.
But it's good. I love places that have never been investigated before.
Yes.
All fresh.
I know that's what I want to do, but I don't want to do the ghost hunting. I've kind of like, I have took a big step away from that. I want to do more the cryptid and the UFO. I think it's just more me.
Yeah.
I still like the paranormal. Yeah, gonna be doing sky watches as well. That is I know we said about it last year, and we did try a couple, but it didn't really. It's you just pointing a camera up at the sky and expecting everyone to be able to see something is pretty crap, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go somewhere where we could do Skywatch, but then there's other activity going on in the area as well.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the places we're going to be going to is a place called Dunstable Downs, just outside Luton. And there's a lot of the area is called the Chilterns, and there's a lot of big cat sightings around there, as well as UFOs and other stuff. But it's all very hilly, so you can go to the top of these peaks and you can look out, or you stay at the bottom and look. There's all different viewpoints that you can do and go to, and there's lakes, a lot of farmland. There's camp places you can go and camp, and it's like it is right out in the middle of nowhere. So you've not really got that much artificial light of where you are. So if you do see something, it's going to be a lot easier to work out exactly what it is. So that's one thing we're going to be doing.
You need to come to Pine Bush. That is like UFO capital of New York.
I've heard, I'm sure someone else has spoke about that before.
Yeah. And they have a UFO, like the Pine Bush UFO Museum. They have a whole UFO alien festival.
See, we need more stuff like this in the UK. It's just too boring over here. I know. I think because it's just too small.
Are your investigations going to be live?
Most of them are going to be pre-recorded, only because of the location. And then don't want to bore you with all the sorting stuff out, getting set up, nothing happening bits. So all we're going to do is cut the boring bits out and put it together. Even if we don't get anything, and it could be something, a possibility, then we're going to put that on and let, it's like whatever you think. Do you think it is something? Do you think it's not? That kind of stuff. But going to Cannock as well on the 10th of May, which is a Saturday. So awesome. Andy Linden, who was in the Facebook chat, him and his wife Tracy, up to now are coming. So if anyone else is interested, let me know. It's going to be meet up around about midday, 12, 1 o'clock. Stay for a few hours. Come on.
Me, I'm interested. I want to go.
You need to get your passport.
I know. I got to get it.
You have to get it.
I will get it. And I'm coming over, and we're going to go to Cannock, and we're going to go to Rendlesham.
Yes.
And we're going to go to Tommy's house.
Yes. Yes. No, I was planning on going to Tommy's this weekend, but because it's Easter weekend and the kids and they're going to be out seeing family, yeah. I'm just sat there with my own Easter egg. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just looking for ghosts and UFOs and Bigfoot.
You could show up in the bunny costume. You could be the Easter bunny.
Yeah, like Donnie Darko.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I know, but I didn't know Rendlesham was this week when I first spoke to Tommy. So that's why.
Yeah.
But I think that's everything covered. We've got a ton of guests coming on.
Yes. But only on Wednesdays after this week.
Yes. But, well, I am going to be doing some on a Monday and a Friday, just quick updates or driving to a location, that kind of stuff. Nothing, it's not going to be like this sort of stuff. Because I was working out, I've got 5 weeks continuous of 4-day working weeks. I'm either off the Friday or the Monday. Then I'm in work for 2 weeks. Then I've got another 2 weeks of 4-day weeks. Then I'm in for 2 weeks. Then I've got another 3 weeks of 4-day weeks. Then I'm in for 2 weeks. Then I'm off to Gettysburg for 6-7 days, or whatever it is. Then I'm in for 3 weeks. Then I've got 2 weeks off. Then I'm in for a week, and then I've got a 3-day week.
Wow. So you're just basically not working at all the rest of the summer.
I'm doing 5 full weeks, 6 full weeks between now and September.
Wow.
I know. How cool is that?
Must be nice.
Yeah, I'm on week 1.
So much time for activities.
Exactly. And
And
this
Mondays,
is why...
I don't go until late on Mondays.
Yes. So we could do... I was going to do... We need to get Bigfoot Dwarf on, because it's just... hasn't been working. So you start late. I'm going to be off work, so we can fit it all in. So it's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's going to be the odd... There's going to be random ones, but the main day is like today, 8:30 till 10 o'clock, 90 minutes, thereabouts, as near to 90 minutes. We're not going to be hitting the 2 hours. And that seems to be working for the algorithms as well. And I think that's why the podcasts are picking up too. So
shorter.
Yeah. So I don't have anything else to add.
Me either. I think we did all the updates.
Yes, I did them the other day. I've got all the different stickers, transfers, decal stickers, key rings. If anyone's interested in any of them, I got them because I was doing the Paracom, where I was going to be guest speaking and vending.
Yeah.
That is now not happening.
Oh.
So I have a box full of stickers and key rings, and now I need to find some conferences where I can go and vend. Or I'm just stuck with a shitload of aliens in jar stickers and everything else. So
yeah. I got to think of some things that we're gonna do at our table for the vending events we have coming up, other than just talk about what we do.
Yeah. Yep. Daryl's asking when's the next show with Kate. It's gonna be in, I think we're doing one a month, so it's gonna be like the next 3, maybe 4 weeks. Kate's in charge of everything. Like I said, she lets me know. I turn up, we record it, job done.
Shows up and looks pretty.
I'll turn up.
And then doesn't press buttons. Do
nothing. Press nothing.
Especially if you are on your phone.
Yes. So yes, some of the ones where we're out and about, obviously, they're going to be on my phone, on my iPad. So it's not going to be all this beautiful Temu background going on. It's going to be people staring through the side of the car window and stuff like that. But that's what happens when you're out and about. Yep. So that's it.
Good. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Yes,
listen to us
we appreciate
for
it.
1 hour.
Yeah. And so if you listen to the end of Kate's show, somebody got in touch with her and they seen a hot air balloon that wasn't a hot air balloon.
Ooh.
Yes. So she's getting back in touch with them to get some more information. And they were south of where she lives, which could be where I am, because I'm south. Yeah, and you know what? Since I seen that one last Tuesday and the weather's been good up until yesterday, and it's a bit windy today, there's not seen any hot air balloons, nothing, not even a glimpse. So there's definitely something going on with that. That is it. I do not have anything else to talk about. Anything you want to add?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing. We got nothing.
Right.
You know, we got a couple events coming up. We got the conventions. I redid our website. Yep. We're now fullmoonparanormal.com.
Yes, and you've got an email address.
I do. It's Nicole@fullmoonparanormal.com.
Yes, you need to put that in there so people can contact you.
A lot of people want to email me. If you want to email me, you can email
Just
me.
email out loads of random stuff.
Do not email me anything gross.
I just do a voice note and send it to her. No, I'm only
Nothing
messing.
gross. No weird pictures, please.
Not getting involved. That's
Normal
between
things.
you lot. Nothing to do with me. Right. Yeah. So on that note, we will see you back here in less than 48 hours for our final Friday podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Please do come and join. It's going to be fun, but Heidi's going to be talking about some of the stuff she's encountered and other people's encounters and just general paranormal chat.
Yeah, and I've just decided that we're all going to do a shot to toast to the last Friday. So everybody have your shots ready.
Well, I've got half a bottle of blood orange vodka.
Okay.
And it isn't
whatever it
isn't too bad without a mixer. So
because we're gonna do a toast.
But I can't have too many because I've got to drive at like 8 o'clock Saturday morning.
I said a shot. One shot.
Okay, just checking.
Jeez.
Yeah, but one shot leads to 3 bottles, doesn't it? Exactly.
One shot. So everybody get your shots ready because then you can toast with us.
Yes. Yes, you can. Right. So please do join us. Thank you again, everyone who helped support the channel, whether it's Patreon, YouTube, PayPal, podcast, whatever platform, whatever you listen to. So on that note, we are going to start off, leave you to it, and we will see you on Friday. So enjoy, take care, and don't let anything bad happen to you when it comes to the paranormal. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Spotify, Apple
Goodbye.
Podcasts, Podbean.